Hi, this is Mitch Horowitz. I'd like to talk to you for a moment about my forthcoming book, The Sixth Sense. This book is based thematically on some ideas emerging from the work of Napoleon Hill, who was very prescient in his 1937 book, Think and Grow Rich, about the promise of parapsychology or ESP research. Hill turned out to be correct in his interest in this research because we as a human community have, over the past several generations, amassed an extraordinary body of widely replicated, widely vetted and juried, and widely published parapsychology research validating the existence and the occurrence of ESP, telepathy, precognition, retrocausality, and related phenomena. In The Sixth Sense, I asked the question of how this material can be applied to the individual's daily life. We use terms all the time like intuition or instinct or vibes or various metaphors to describe acausal relationships, asymmetrical relationships that turn out to be so off the charts in terms of any actuarial table, that turn out to be safeguarded against forms of so-called confirmation bias or other forms of prejudice, and that produce real concrete results. How can the individual take advantage of these things? For example, we have a body of data widely validated in a very large meta-analysis for what is called retrocausality, which indicates that you can receive a distinct advantage from studying for a test after the fact. As fantastic as that sounds, this is the reality that we are coming to understand and live with in the 21st century. And other extraordinary realities are coming fast, such as quantum computing prototypes, which solve enormously complex problems in a period of time that is so brief that it not only defies all probability, but in some cases solves a problem that would take longer than the known existence of the universe to solve due to its complexity. This provides a degree of experimental evidence in favor of interdimensionality, in favor of ideas and information existing in some kind of a non-local fashion and accessible at certain moments, not only in terms of quantum computing prototypes, but in terms of human cognition and experience. We have vast amounts of widely replicated, academically vetted and published data that speaks to this. The question is, how can we make the leap from reading about this material in an academic sense to actually applying this material in a practical sense? And that's what I attempt to get in touch with in The Sixth Sense. One of the questions I explore in The Sixth Sense is whether what we refer to as positive thinking, or sometimes using terms like law of attraction or manifesting, those are not my terms. I use the term selecting. Maybe a great deal of that material is telepathy. Maybe we are constantly sending out messages all the time, asking people to meet us halfway or to lend us a hand in some way. We use another word like synchronicity to describe these things. It's more of a metaphor than an actual description because we don't know what's going on. I think what's going on, in fact, has been pointed to in about 150 years of widely vetted parapsychological research papers. The best and the most enduring of that material points to the fact that what you're thinking right now is influencing and being felt by other people, including people who may have something that you very deeply want, may have opportunities for you, funding for you, a job for you that you truly wish for. Maybe you think those opportunities have passed you by, but in fact, linear time as we know it is itself just an elaborate and necessary illusion for five sensory beings, so to speak, to get through life. But we are more than five sensory beings, and we are more than beings who are stuck in what is understood from classical physics as the conventional arrow of time. But in quantum and empirically based physics that probe questions of multidimensionality, the arrow of time is quaint. It's a metaphor that belongs more to the 19th and early 20th century than to our own. What unfolds in our lives occurs, as the movie put it, everything everywhere all at once. It's not just a device in entertainment, it's an idea that we are learning to come to grips with as we proceed through the 21st century. It's almost impossible to avoid allusions of linearity, even though they are ultimately lacking reality and concreteness. What is real and what is concrete, and what we are learning more and more about, are the extra physical dimensions of human thought. And the sixth sense is an effort to apply those extra physical dimensions in practical day-to-day life. The book is filled with ideas and new windows on human potential. There is history in the book. There is practicality and practical application in the book. And there is argumentation, as there must be, for the validity of these ideas. I think you'll find it a thrilling ride. If you're interested in the work of Napoleon Hill, I would say you will absolutely find this book worth devouring. And if you're interested in a more broad way in how to apply ideas of parapsychology in daily life, I think you'll find it equally compelling. I'm proud of the book. It's available in October in digital, physical, and audio form. It can be pre-ordered anywhere you buy your books. And I thank you very much for supporting it.